Chapter 11. End with a bang. Leave them breathless. Do your work with your whole heart and you will succeed. There is so little competition. Elbert Hubbard. A good talk or seminar is like a good play, movie, or song. It opens by arresting the listener's attention, develops point by point, and then ends strongly. The words you say at the beginning, and especially at the end of your talk, will be remembered longer than almost any other part of your speech. Some of the great speeches of history have ended with powerful, stirring words that live on in memory. For example, during World War II, Winston Churchill stirred the nation with his tribute to the pilots of the Royal Air Force, who were fighting and dying in aerial combat with the German Luftwaffe. He said, "Never in human history have so many owed so much to so few." Here is some advice about how to create a strong ending. To ensure that your conclusion is as powerful as it can be, you must plan it word for word. When you ask yourself, what is the purpose of this talk? Your answer should involve the actions that you want your listeners to take after hearing you speak on this subject. When you are clear about the end result you desire, it becomes much easier to design a conclusion that asks your listeners to take that action. The best strategy for ending with a bang is to plan your close before you plan the rest of your speech. You then go back and design your opening so that it sets the stage for your conclusion. The body of your talk is where you present your ideas and make your case for what you want the audience to think, remember, and do after hearing you speak. It's especially important to tell the audience what you want it to do as a result of hearing you speak. A call to action is the best way to wrap up your talk with strength and power. Here's an example. We have great challenges and great opportunities, and with your help, we will meet them and make this next year the best year in our history. Whatever you say, imagine an exclamation point at the end. As you approach the conclusion, pick up your energy and tempo. Speak with strength and emphasis. Drive the final point home. Regardless of whether the audience participants agree with you or are willing to do what you ask, it should be perfectly clear to them what you are requesting. You can close with a summary. There's a simple formula for any talk. Tell them what you are going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. As you approach the end of your talk, you could say something like, "Let me briefly restate these main points." You then list your key points one by one and repeat them to the audience, showing how each of them links into the other points. Audiences appreciate a linear repetition of what they have just heard. This makes it clear that you are coming to the end of your talk. You can close with a story. As you reach the end of your talk, you can say, "Let me tell you a story that illustrates what I've been talking about." You then tell a brief story with a moral, and then tell the audience what the moral is. Don't leave it to them to figure it out for themselves. Often you can close with a story that